Now, in Israel this morning, protests are taking place across the country with demonstrators blocking major roads as they call for the release of the remaining hostages being held in Gaza and an end to the ongoing war. This comes as we're learning about Israeli strikes on a hospital in Gaza yesterday. We reported that to you. It killed at least 20 people, including 5 journalists. Israel's now calling this incident a tragic mishap. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Holly Williams is following developments for us from our London bureau and joins us now with more. Good morning, Holly. What are we learning about this strike and those killed?
Good morning, Errol. Well, they buried 5 journalists in Gaza yesterday, all of them killed in that so-called double-tap strike on Nasser Hospital in the southern Gaza Strip earlier in the day. The journalists were Mariam Daga. She was a freelancer who worked for the Associated Press, an American news agency. Moaz Abu Taha, another freelancer who sometimes filed for the Reuters news agency. Mohammed Salama, who worked for Al Jazeera. Ahmed Abu Aziz, who worked for several outlets. And Hossam Al-Masri, who worked for Reuters. Just to break down exactly what happened, a first Israeli strike hit Nasser Hospital in southern Gaza just after 10 a.m. local time yesterday. It's widely known, including outside of Gaza, that the building's rooftop is used by reporters to broadcast live. Then, just minutes later, after emergency responders arrived and as journalists were filming the aftermath of the first attack, another Israeli strike targeted the same location, a so-called double tap. As you know, Errol, international journalists have been barred from freely reporting in Gaza during the war. We've only been allowed in accompanied by Israel's military. But many local Palestinian journalists have risked their lives reporting for the international media, and nearly 200 have been killed. The office of Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the attack on the hospital yesterday a tragic mishap and promised a thorough investigation.
And Holly, what more can you tell us about today's demonstration in Israel? Because they're not the first. They seem to have been ongoing.
They have been ongoing, almost getting on for 2 years now, Errol. Israeli protesters have reportedly blocked roads, in particular 2 major routes that connect Tel Aviv with Jerusalem as part of a so-called day of disruption. Now, they are demanding that the remaining hostages still being held in Gaza are brought home. They are angry that Israel's government has so far failed to do that, and they're calling for a ceasefire. We should point out that Israeli police maintain that all roads are open to traffic. As you know, on October 7th, 2023, militants from Gaza went on a rampage in southern Israel, killing around 1,200 and taking over 250 hostages. 20 hostages are still believed to be alive.
Remarkable footage of those demonstrations. Holly Williams with the latest from London. Holly, thanks.